Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fancy Sip Review. Today on the Fancy Sip Review, I'm going to be trying one of the limited release drinks that's coming out by Mountain Dew. This is going to be part of their Gamefuel line, not to be confused with one of the many energy drinks that they've came out with. This is not going to be Amp, Kickstart, Rise, Energy, or the aforementioned Gamefuel energy drink flavor. This is actually going to be a re-release of a flavor that came out all the way back in 2007. Originally, Gamefuel Citrus Cherry was a promotional tie-in for the video game Halo 3 before it came back for Halo 4. Finally, today I'm going to be reviewing this as a tie-in for Halo Infinite. So this is not Mountain Dew Halo. This is Gamefuel. So this drink also came out with the releases of other games. This came out in 2009 as a tie-in for World of Warcraft. The drink was called the Horde Red flavor. It also came out for two of the Call of Duty releases, Modern Warfare 3 as well as Black Ops 3, as well as a bunch of other smaller games. This is going to be Mountain Dew, in my opinion, the re-release of their best line of sodas. The other two lines of Mountain Dew flavors that come out every year are the Voodoos, which come out every Halloween. Usually they're a confectionery flavored soda that I don't really think is usually that good, as well as the Baja Blast, which come out in the summer, riding off the coattails of the popular Taco Bell exclusive flavor, which was supposed to be a flavor that was a permanent. It lost to Pitch Black, but neither of those became permanent flavors. And with this drink, I have to say, I have a bit of a nostalgic feeling for this drink. Now, the Gamefuel reminds me of the mid-2000s, listening to old chopped and screwed rap music and playing a bunch of old Xbox 360 video games. It makes me feel a lot in a way in which I feel people that grew up going to arcades and drinking Jolt Cola might have felt. Although instead of playing Centipede or something like that, it reminds me of playing World of Warcraft, Maple Story, Gunbound, Counter-Strike 1.6, and all of those classic video games. Now, I will say, I was never the biggest Halo fan growing up. Honestly, I thought the game Time Splitters 2 and Future Perfect are a lot better, but Halo's pretty popular. But this drink does remind me of watching Superbad and playing Guitar Hero 3 while browsing 4chan, You're the Man Now Dog, Something Awful, and Game FAQs. So, one more thing I want to point out with Gamefuel is this drink does have a lot more in common with gamers compared to its competitor, G Fuel, which seems to me more of a pop figure collecting, fear of missing out company. Not so much the kind of drink that a gamer would drink, like Balls or Jolt, as I already said. So with all that out of the way, what is in the Mountain Dew Gamefuel Citrus Cherry that makes it so much better than Gamefuel? Well, in this one can, you are getting 170 calories, 65 milligrams of sodium, 46 carbohydrates. This drink has 46 sugars with an included 46 sugars, making 92% of your daily sugar in this small 12-ounce can. This does have 1% juice in it, so it's healthy for you, clearly. The ingredients are carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, natural flavors, sodium benzoate, preserving the freshness, gum arabic, caffeine, sodium citrate, yellow 5, glycerol, ester of rosin, calcium disodium, EDTA to protect the flavor, yellow 6, red 40, sucrose, acetate isobutyrate, clarified cherry juice concentrate. So one thing that this drink has different than the regular Mountain Dew is regular Mountain Dew uses orange juice. This uses cherry juice. Show the can off. On the can, it does have a very sharp design. This is not a boring flat art design. It says citrus cherry on this side of the drink. It shows Master Chief, the only character that I know the name of. On this side, I believe this character is named Cortana or something like that. Maybe completely wrong. Again, I've never played these games. On this side of the can, here is the nutrition facts. If you are interested in what is in this drink, it's nothing healthy. It is all just sugar and food coloring. So I've wasted 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's crack this can open and see how it tastes. So the first thing that I'm noticing with the Gamefuel Citrus Cherry is the color. It is a red color in the same way that the Code Red is. I will say it does have a little bit more orange to it. The smell of this is very reminiscent of Livewire. And despite the fact that Livewire is a permanent flavor, I don't really drink it too often, but it is my favorite of the permanent release Mountain Dew flavors. I'm going to give this a smell. It does smell a lot like Livewire with a little bit more of a cherry taste or smell to it, not taste. See how this sits in the mouthfeel portion of the review. The drink, although incredibly sweet and sugary, doesn't really have any strong tastes that give you a weird feeling. Drinking energy drinks very often, at least to review, I do notice a lot of artificial sweetness kind of has a odd off-putting taste. However, the use of high fructose corn syrup, although incredibly unhealthy, does give this a very good, bold, sweet taste. Now I'm going to give this a real sip to give a real thought on the drink. I will say with the Gamefuel citrus cherry flavor, it does have the perfect blend of my favorite parts of Mountain Dew. As I said, Livewire is my favorite flavor, but I also like Code Red. I will say this isn't a very cherry tasting drink. This does taste a lot of a sweeter citrus. This is not going to be a lemon or lime drink, obviously. But in terms of how the taste is comparatively to other Mountain Dews, this does taste very similar to the Livewire drink. This does have a bit of a cherry taste to it, and cherry is one of the included ingredients. I think in terms of the flavor of this Mountain Dew, it is just as good as it was when I last had this in 2000 whatever, I don't remember. I do remember drinking this when Halo 3 came out, and I remember this when World of Warcraft came out. I don't remember the last time I tried this, but it is just as tasty as I remember, and it is a shame Mountain Dew doesn't just come out with Gamefuel often. Their yearly releases, the Voodoo as well as the Baja Blast, aren't really the greatest tasting. These would definitely sell a lot better. It is a shame the game industry has moved closer to pay-to-win type stuff, and playing video games on a couch with your friends is no longer a thing, which kind of is depressing, but honestly, pick this up. This will remind you of playing games on the couch with your friend, and honestly, this is by far the best tasting Mountain Dew I've ever had in my life, although I've had this before. Thank you so much for watching this video. Cheers. The Fancy Sipper is going to give this a 10 out of 10. This is a perfect drink. Go pick it up while you can. I don't know how long this is going to be on shelves. Cheers.